Well, I'm back today. I am feeling a little bit better. I drove 545 miles today, and for most of those 545 miles, I had Psalms 21 on my mind. So, without further ado, today's verse Psalms chapter 21, verse 1. How the king rejoices in your strength, O Lord. He shouts with joy because you give him victory. I actually found something a little bit interesting about this verse 1. Did you know that in the original version in the Hebrew language, when David refers to the king, the words he used, and I hope I say this right, was Melech Mashiach. And according to the interpretation, that means in the Jewish language, King Messiah. And that's the way Jewish scholars interpreted it all the way to AD 1040. There was a rabbi in 1040 AD named Solomon Isaac. He agreed with the original view that it was King Messiah. But what appears to be, he changed it because of Christians. So, Melech Mashiach was dropped. And they wanted it to appear as if it was just David talking about himself. They may have just been trying to avoid anything the Christians could grab onto, that they could say, hey, Jesus was the Messiah. You missed it. Whether that's the reason they dropped it or not, the fact remains, when David was talking about the king, it appears it was King Messiah. In chapter 20 and here in verse 21, David says the king or our king a lot. He never says I. So whenever he says the king or our king, whether he's referring to himself or not, it comes off messianic. But also when he refers to himself as the king, our king, your king, he's not glorifying himself in that moment. He's glorifying God, the one who placed the crown on his head. He wants God to have all the glory. He doesn't want anything to be himself, only God. And here, David the king rejoices in the great victory that God has given him. And this victory came through answered prayer. Isn't it an amazing feeling when you're praying for something and God delivers like that? Sometimes we have to wait a while, but when he comes through, man, rejoice. Take no glory for yourself and glorify the name of God in the victory.